So we start with good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Yesterday we have started with the fourth unit. We started with giving introduction of different protocols in different layers, like application layer, internet layer, or transport layer. So as per your TCP and UDP, we started with taking the information about the different protocols. Even last we have discussed a few of them. Today we'll start with constant application protocol in detail. Today we'll see COAP, then IEEE standards, some standards, and 6LoWPAN. Am I audible? Am I audible loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Screen is visible now. I'm sharing PPT with you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anybody have any problem? As I said, we have started with the information about the protocols, different IoT protocols, and in that also we have seen where all these different protocols are used or as per their roles. Next important, which we have to go in detail for a few of them, and that one of is COAP, Constant Application Protocol, which is also known as Web Protocol for Internet of Things. COAP is a short name, Constant Application Protocol. Constant, so we can say if our small network is there and conditional network is there. So inside that, some constants based on that, we have different nodes which are taking part in that entire small network. And there are some different rules which are defined and which are acceptable by all those nodes and which are working based on these constants, based on the definitions defined. So such protocol is called as constant application protocol. We are going to see these few many things. Just a minute. Okay. As I said, we are going to, once class is started, we have given time, we are not going to allow anybody because again and again it will ping me and again I have to allow them. So rather than this, yesterday itself I have requested that you join before we start, and that will be the final attendance. Attendance I can take in between. Even I have requested that you can change your names as per the roll numbers. If today not possible, tomorrow onwards. Okay. Regarding at least for IoT lectures. And we are going to finish everything very soon. I will upload ISEs. ISEs, I think you uploaded. Still, I haven't displayed or not checked. I can say not given any kind of marks. Let us see what are the different university criteria are coming. Based on that, I will take actions very soon. Even I will inform all of you. So we started with COAP, Constant Application Protocol, also known as Web Protocol for IoT. So what is this Constant Application Protocol? COAP is, as I said, is a synonym. Constant Application Protocol is a specialized web transfer protocol. So this word is important. Web transfer protocol, which is used with constant nodes and constant networks in IoT, in the Internet of Things, as I said. Um, Let me check if I show you any small figure of it, if possible. Okay. Now, can you see this figure? Just for you, I'm showing one small figure network. Is this window is visible? COAP design requirements.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So if you do have a small time and if you have with notebook and pen, you can draw this figure, no problem. Just I will explain. I wish to show you the COAP network, how exactly the request will be going to the networks, COAP networks or constrained networks, where different nodes will be there and how they interact, what exactly they cover. They So this is what I want to show you. So in figure you can see COAP next to the UDP, which is again we are saying web protocol. You can observe here server, HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. COAP is almost like that, HTTP, but bit modified. We are going to check the similarities and differences between the COAP and HTTP. Don't worry about it. But time being, you can assume that COAP is almost work like HTTP. So through server, I can say if any requests are going, then again those will be going to the server in form of HTTP. So there are two-way or two-sided arrows are shown, both directional arrows, both side. It means from request can go to server to, or you can say message rather than request. Message can transfer or communication can happen through server to client or client to server. So this is like COAP. So this figure is a constant network. Hope this is visible. COAP in blue color it is written and shown. There are number of C and there is a small network which is shown like by using this kind of notation. And there is another bigger network in that two servers are located. And there is a one proxy through which the requests are coming to this small constant network. So you can observe here REQ2 is written as constant network, right? REQ5 resource manipulation. So these are the resources which are managed. Then REQ8 you can say resource discovery. REQ3 sleeping nodes. REQ1 limited flash or RAM. So we can observe here there are this kind of nodes CCC. So these are the constraints nodes which are lying in constant network. Proxy server request for caching. So communication messages are cached by the proxy and those are transferred to the specified node, or you can say resource node. So there that is identified. This is the resource next node. So that is a resource discovery. And through these nodes, other nodes will be again communicated, right? Request 9, you can say multicast. So the message is multicasted to same message is given to number of different nodes. So we can say is a multicasting, which is happening like this. You can observe in this figure. Request 12, low latency. So the message from server to C, the resource node, or you can say one of the node, constant node. So it is shown as a low latency. Reliability, definitely message is going to be transferred to server. If the message is passed to the constant node, definitely it is going to reach to the server. That is the reliability. But low latency indicates what? We'll see that. Request 6, sub or notify. So here you can see the constant network with constant node and how the message or requests are coming through server to nodes and node to server. So this is regarding the constant network wish to show you. And here your COAP works, which is almost like HTTP, but is different than that. Okay. Hope if you are drawing this figure, draw it fast. Do you wish to get small time, or shall I go to the previous slides? Anybody's drawing? Shall we switch to next window? Am I audible? This is what happens again and again. People will join. Okay, let it be. Wait a minute. Okay. Is it visible now? I'm sharing with you the window or PPTs, I can say. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Perfectly.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you for the responses. Hope you have drawn previous diagram where we try to show you the constant network where we are going to use this COAP, Constant Application Protocol. So the Constant Application Protocol is a specialized web transfer protocol which is used with constant nodes, which we have seen now, and constant networks, which is also we have seen now in Internet of Things. This protocol is specially designed for M2M. Yesterday we have discussed M2M and D2D, device to device, machine to machine communication, and IoT applications such as, to name a few, smart energy and building automations, where these protocols are specially used, COAP. So COAP is an application layer protocol, which is, as I said, almost similar to HTTP and also follows the request and response pattern or model. Yesterday we have seen there are different models: request response, pull and push, client and server, like that. So the COAP follows request response, which is used by also HTTP. And COAP, Constant Application Protocol, has a transparent mapping to this HTTP requests. Also uses familiar HTTP methods like GET, POST, PUT, DELETE, COAP. So Constant Application Protocol also uses HTTP like methods. For example, GET, POST, PUT, DELETE. Apart from it, it also uses status codes, URIs, uniform resource. Already we have seen that URIs, content types, or MIMs. So this is in extra. If we compare with HTTP, COAP also uses this status codes, URIs, CoAP for constrained environment uses low memory. So by small memory also it can work, which is having low bandwidth, high rate of packet failure. That's why we are shown in the network latency, high rate of packet failure at low power. But apart from it, it is also bit reliable. CoAP core protocol is specified as, so constrained application protocol core protocol, which is also named as specified as RFC 7252. So note down this RFC 7252. Maybe if there is examination and if it is in form of MCQ type, so you can answer this kind of questions in MCQs. Constant application protocol specified core protocol is specified as RFC 7252. Like HTTP, CoAP also carries different types of payloads. Can identify which type of payload is there, which is used. Also, CoAP can integrate with your XMLs, your JSONs, CBOR, or any different data formats of your choice. So we can use this constant application protocol with XMLs, JSONs by integrating. That is where we are going to work. Internet of things, web based. So if there are web based things, there will be XML, there will be JSONs, there will be CBOS, or any other format of used. You can say different formats. There, this is CoAP is compatible, integrates. We can work with. Next, just for your kind information, I want to show you this IoT protocol stack. So we are showing internet web app stacks, IoT stack, and here different layers. You can say regarding TCP or UDP, no problem. TCP IP specified maximum. So in IoT stack, you can see again device management and IoT applications. These are the top layers. In internet or web app, web applications on top layer. Data formats. IoT stack can use binary, JSON, CBOR as a set. And for internet web, where apart from CoAP, HTTP is used. So we can have HTML, XML, JSON, data formats. In application layer, you can see now here CoAP is colored red. So here your CoAP lights. Along with CoAP, Constant Application Protocol, we can use MQTT, XMPP, AMQP. Yesterday we have introduced these protocols. And at other side, internet or web, there are HTTPs, DHCPs, DNS, TLS, or SSL. In transport layer, already we know there are UDPs and TCP. Along with it, DTLS is also there. Internet layer, sorry, IPv6, IPv6, IPv4, IPsec. And here, regarding IoT, we use this 6LoWPAN, which we are going to introduce afterwards or in this coming slides. 6LoWPAN and IEEE standard regarding network. For internet or web, we are using this Ethernet IEEE 802.3, DSL, ISDNs, wireless LANs, IEEE 80.11. These are the standards which are made. Wi-Fi. And here, regarding IoT, these are IEEE 802.15.4 for Mac, 802.15.4 like for physical radios. So this is regarding stack where our CoAP lies in application layer regarding IoT, and along with web or internet, there are HTTPs. So CoAP almost works like HTTP. This is what we want to show. If you are drawing, you can draw this figure. I'll take a pause for 2 minutes, no problem. This is important because number of different protocols you can name here, mention here by using this different layers also. And apart from IoT, how internet works, because definitely like my wireless sensor networks are there, and when I am collecting the data from the sensors, definitely I am going to transfer it by using some routing, or you can say proxy servers, to my cloud based server, and that is going to use this internet or web app stack where all these protocols or different internet layer, transport layer, application layer data formats will be there. Those will be used with. That's why we are saying COAP can integrated with your internet or web app stacks or datas like XMLs, JSONs, CBOS, HTMLs, right? Am I fast? If it is fast, you can give me the feedback like that. We'll take a pause for 2 minutes so that you can draw this figure. Even you can take screenshots, no problem. Take screenshot, save it. So afterwards you can draw the figure. Shall we go ahead? Okay. We'll go ahead. So we'll see now IEEE standards regarding IoT. This is the protocol. Also, you can say a protocol, but used in different layer. IEEE 802.15.4 regarding your network or link layer. So IEEE is a standard for wireless communication, which defines the physical layer and MAC, media access layer, MAC layers. Definitely, for each machine, yesterday we have also discussed, machine will have a physical address and MAC address, right? IPs, which are exhausted in 2011 because the capacity address bits 32. Now that's why we have shifted from IPv4 to IPv6, where we are going for 128 bit address, right? So all these are standardized by IEEE. That is also known as Institute for Electrical and Electronics Engineers, IEEE. Similar to IEEE 802.3, which is used as a Ethernet, IEEE 802.11 also used for your wireless LANs or Wi-Fi. 802.15 is a group of standards which are specified as a variety of wireless personal area networks, WPN, or you can say LANs, and which are used for different applications. One of the it or one of the standards which are specified by 802.15 group, right? There are groups. So these are the standards which are defined by this IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, and we use these standards, right? So 80.15 group of standards, which is specified for wireless personal area networks. And one of the application or one of the instances 802.15.1, which is very famous and is used for Bluetooth. So here 802.15.1 is used for Bluetooth, 802.3 are used for Ethernet, 802.11 used for wireless LANs, bigger networks, right? Or Wi-Fi also. IEEE 802.15.4 also focuses on communications between the devices in the constrained environment. Yesterday we have seen that there are some business networks which are formed as AMQP, right? So there we can use this IEEE 802.15.4 standard, which is specially focuses on communication between devices in constrained environment with low memory, low power, and low bandwidth. So the nodes which are in constant environment definitely will take low memory, will consume very less power, and will have a low bandwidth of communication. So these are 802.15.4, 802.15.1 Bluetooth, 802.3 Ethernet, 802.11 for Wi-Fi's or wireless LANs. So these are the standards for wireless communications which are defined by your physical layer and media access layers, control layers. So along with COEP, we have touched to IEEE. We'll move on now. We'll go next. That is LowPan. 6 LowPan. One more protocol regarding your internet layer. We have identified that we are going for using larger IPv6 packets and which are going to flow over 802.15.4 links, which are supported for much smaller packet size. So there will be packets which are transferred on 802.15.4, and there we are using IPv6 packets. And regarding that, this 6LoWPAN works. Acronym of IPv6 over low power wireless personal area network is called as 6LoWPAN. Are you getting now? So this is the acronym which is used by IPv6 over low power wireless personal area network. That is called as 6LoWPAN, right? So 6LoWPAN indicates it is IPv6. Packets are going to used over a small packet size over the entire WPAN, that is wireless personal area network. This is the adaptation layer which allows to transport IPv6 packets over this links 802.15.4 links without 6LoWPAN, IPv6 and internet protocols. Would not be working with low power wireless networks. So this is a must. So we require, if we want to use IEEE 802.15.4 links standards, then definitely we have to go for IPv6 and available internet protocols. That's why we have shown this figure, right? So your internet web app stack, we are going to use IPv6, IPv4 and IPsec protocols regarding your internet. Along with it, we are integrating this in IoT by using this 6LoWPAN or IPv6 IP routing, right? In internet layer. So what is this 6LoWPAN? Is an open standard which are defined in RFC 6282. remember now. RFC 6282. Previously, we have seen RFC 7252 regarding COAP, right? And here it is 6282. By the Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. There are different institutions and standards which are defined by, and those will be given like this: IEEE, IETF. The standards body that defines many of the open standards used for internet, such as UDP, TCP, and HTTP, to name a few. So this is your IETF task force, which defines all the standard protocols, how they are going to work, what will be the conditions of their style of working, methodologies, what exactly they are going to do. All these standards are defined by some institutions, and those institutions, out of it, one is this IETF, right? So like this, 6LoWPAN is also a open standard and defined in RFC 6282 by this IETF group, which is also defined previous UDP, TCP, and HTTP open standards which are used on internet. We have previously mentioned IPv6 packet is too large to fit in single S2 single 802.15.4 frame. Then what we do? We use this fragmentation and reassembly and header compression methods, so that we can fit IPv6 packet into this single 802.15.4 prime. So what is this fragmentation and reassembly? Fragments the IPv6 packet, entire packet, and send it through multiple smaller size packets which can fit in 802.15.4 frame. So there is 802.15.4 standard which defines what will be the size of the packet, right? And IPv6 packet are bigger than that. So what we do, we use this fragmentation. So fragments this entire IPv6 packet into smaller packets which can be fitted, which can be as per the standards defined by 802.15.4. And on other hand, it reassembles all the fragmented packets to recreate the original IPv6 packet size, right? So this is your fragmentation and reassembly. So we divide the entire whole block into 4 parts. We transfer those 4 parts, and at other side we collect all those 4 parts and again join those to form a single packet. So that is job of this fragmentation and reassembly. And for all these small you can say packets, we do have this header compression. So additionally, it also compresses the IPv6 packet header to reduce the packet size. And this is shown here. IPv6, IP routing, internet layer, 6LoWPAN, and below that, these are standards. So IPv6 packet encapsulation, packet fragmentation and reassembly, IPv6 header compression, and link layer packet forwarding. All these jobs are done in 6LoWPAN, right? So this is your 6LoWPAN protocol, IEEE protocol, and COAP protocol. We have introduced these yesterday, and in depth, as we said, we are going to study it. So here we are studied today. I think we'll stop here. We'll take these similarities with HTTP COAP tomorrow or in next lecture, right? So we'll see tomorrow COAP similarities with HTTP, how it is different, and how request response COAP works. Okay. Any problems? Anybody have any doubts? You can ask. 34 people have joined. So we'll start taking the attendance. Yesterday we have missed that. So type for 1 to 10 roll numbers in the chat box. Those who are present. 1 to 10. We'll take attendance. Then we'll take any questions if you do have. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll start taking attendance first. Then we'll go for questions or any problems you do have. So first 1 to 10 roll numbers, if they are present, they can type in chat box their roll numbers. 1 to 10, nobody. Okay. 11 to 20, type your roll numbers. Those who are 11 to 20. 12, 13, 14, 17 and 19. Abhijit Mutkure 9. Okay. So first in Abhijit is there. Others are absent now. 12 present, 13 present, 14 present, 17 and 19. 17, Suman, 19, Sonalkar. Okay. Next, from 21 to 30. Type your roll numbers 21 to 30. 24, 27, 30, then 29, 28, 26. I'll revise 24, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Anybody from 21 to 30? Okay, we'll move on. 31 to 40. 40, 39, 33, 36, and 32. Okay. Next 42, 40, 41 to 50. 41 to 50. 41, Kranti Kadam. 41, 42, 43, 45. Okay. And 50. Mera dada. Pranjal 10. Okay. Then 51 to 60. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 58. 57 is not there in between. Okay. 52, 3, 4, 55, 56, 58, 59. No. Okay, absent. 59 and 60 absent. 61 to 70. 61, 67, 70, 72. Okay. Okay, we have taken attendance. Any questions, any doubts? Remember, we have started with 4th unit, introduced the IP protocols, and then we have in-depth studied COAP, IEEE, and 6LoWPAN. Even if any information is extra information is available, I will share with you. And tomorrow or next lecture, day after tomorrow, I think it is there. So we'll discuss the COAP and HTTP, how they are similar, how they are different, right? So any doubt up to this? Anybody? Very soon I will upload ISC 2, ISC 3 and ISC 4. Actually, we have decided that on 2 units there will be single ISC 1, but rather than 3, we'll go for 4 ISCs, and you are attempting quizzes, no problem. And also I will share with you notes. Almost all books I have downloaded, almost. If one is remained, I will try to download today. Once it is finished, so I will share with you that data, right? Else, what I will do, I will, as per the units, because there are 3 books for different units. I will cut as per the units, and only those PDFs I will share with you as a notes. I think that will be better. As a notes, I will share these PDFs, which is in different books. Okay. So if any questions are there, then we'll go for. Else we'll stop here. No problem. From my side, I am over. Okay. So thank you very much. Wish all of you a good day. Take care. Stay safe. Thank you very much. You can leave the meeting. No problem.